Run, river, run, run through the hills. Run, river, run to the sea. Run, river, run to your place beneath the sun. Run, river, run over me.
Hi, this is Jan Lewis. Welcome to Be My Guest. Today we have Carol Mays on with us again. Carol is a poet, an author. She's a really fancy arts and crafter. And she and Gary Blanchard, her husband, who sings our intro song that you hear before the show, just came up here from West Brookfield, right?
Right.
All right. They just made the trip up here to Upton. And for you folks who haven't watched the show or met Gary and Carol, they're quite a couple, very creative. So we're going to talk to Carol first. So welcome, Carol.
Well, thank you.
She has got so many things here. I don't know where to begin. First of all, I know what I want to do. I absolutely love she has something called the Gypsy Cottage. What is this all about? Let's talk about that first. What's that about?
That was a brainstorm I had one day. I was driving past an orchard and they were selling hunter's blinds. And the first thing I thought of when I saw it was Gypsy Cottage. Don't ask me why.
Yeah.
So I bought one. It was several $1,000s. I kind of bought it on the spur of the moment and painted it and hung fabric all over it and put in rhinestones and hung flags on the outside and made it into this place, this magical place where people in the neighborhood could stop by. When they're driving past, they can pull in our driveway. It's right in our front yard and stop in, and everything is free. Everything in there they can pick up. So I've put all sort of enchanting little things in there, mostly handmade, and a lot of my books are in there. And people can. It's just to create this little magical spot, this little oasis for people to stop in and see an alternative worldview, an alternative world.
It sounds good to me. If I saw that if you guys lived up here and I saw that on somebody's yard, I'd be in there probably every day. I love this kind of thing. When I first look at it, I thought, is it a couple of porta potties put together? I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure.
Yellow was probably the wrong color to paint it.
You haven't had any accidents in there, have you?
No.
Oh, can you see that? But it was already structured, but you bought it.
Right.
How'd you get it to your house?
The people I bought it from delivered it. I had to take out some of the things they had in there.
Yeah.
That were specifically for hunters. And I extracted things and painted things and
So you're down in West Brookfield.
Right.
It's called the Gypsy's Cottage. Free enchanted items. What's the address? Let them know where they can go.
Well, I just try to tell people where it is because I don't know that I want to give out the it is
Okay.
our front yard.
Yeah. Well, it's off of what street?
Yeah, it's right on Douglas Road, off of Route 9. Route 9 is a major road that goes through West Brookfield, and if you're coming from West Brookfield towards Ware, you go past Salem Cross, the famous historic Salem Cross restaurant. Mm-hmm. You would make a left on Douglas Road, and we're about a quarter mile in on Douglas Road. And you can't miss it, you can imagine.
That comes up here? Is this the same Route 9?
I don't know if it's the same Route 9.
Okay, yeah.
But
yeah.
Everybody who lives in that area knows where Route 9 is, and you would just, like I said, go from the Brookfields to Ware on Route 9 towards Ware, and go past Salem Cross. The next road on your left will be Douglas Road.
Yeah.
You take that left, go in about a quarter mile. It's and we're right across from a lake, so it's a beautiful setting to begin with.
And from the road, there's the sign.
All right.
What a great idea! You know what this reminds me of? You seen those little book things in this front of people's houses? They look like little birdhouse libraries.
Yeah, those tiny libraries. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. I'd love to do it, but I don't know. I mean, I've seen them in this area off and on.
You're right. Yep.
This is so cute, and it's open at night too, 24/7.
It's open all the time. Yep,
Free.
24/7. Of course, there's no cash register in there, and so I don't have to worry about that. And mostly what's in there are things that I can acquire for less than $3 a piece.
All right, now we're going to talk about these beautiful stones. I took a look at these. I'm out in front of our Upton Library. There are some stones that during COVID the people had put out. These. All right, look at this. Where do you have to go stone hunting, or you just buy a stone and then work on it?
In this area, it's hard to find nice, round, smooth stones like that. So I usually have to buy them. I buy them online. I used to be able to get them easily at Home Depot, but lately they haven't been selling stones that nice, so
Really?
I end up having to buy them.
Do you go to fairs, craft fairs, Carol?
Occasionally.
You'd be a big hit, I would think.
Well, this is it's like a charity. It's like I'm not trying to make money with any of this stuff.
No, I mean a hit, period. People walk by and say, oh, thank you. They get to pick one that they like. Just take it. Look at this. Where do you get the ideas for your designs?
I just wanted to create like a cosmic feel with most of these rocks. So that's why I did the stars and the moons, and one is a magic lantern.
Oh, this is like Aladdin.
Right.
Right? This is so... And she does a beautiful job of shining it up. And I'll give her away her secret, but it's absolutely gorgeous. How long does it take you to put one of these together?
Well, I mass produce them, so when all is said and done, it boils down to about an hour a rock. But it's done in stages over time.
Yeah. You know what? A friend of ours goes over to the Dana-Farber Cancer over here in Milford. There's a Boston branch of it here in Milford. And I think when the thing settles down with the COVID, they're pretty strict right now, but I can see these bringing great joy to the people in the waiting room.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I mean?
Right.
Picking one, holding on to it. Paul went through, our producer, photographer, he went through it. Luckily, knock on wood, he is cancer-free still. But I can just see these being an enormous inspiration and hit with them. Just pick what you'd like. Oh my God, she's got so many. Okay, this reminds me of your husband's, the Gypsy Moon.
Yeah, right.
They're gorgeous. Do you know in your mind how to draw it, or do you have to use a stencil or something?
I had a die custom made.
Custom made?
That made these moons, yeah.
These are, I would think with the children they'd be also very popular besides the adults.
Yeah, I try to put things in the cottage specifically for children.
All right, now, that's a bunch of them right there. Now, she's had various books throughout the year, and you have been a busy girl. Were these all during COVID, the height of COVID, as you wrote these?
No, I think I started about 8 years ago, those books.
Yeah. Okay, so wait a minute. You've had some of them on here, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Collection of uplifting poems.
Right.
Right. Magical, mystical poems. Reminds me of a place where the little trolls would go up there. Poems of nature, enchantment, and mystery. Are you doing all these covers yourself?
That cover was done by my co-author, Suzanne Delaney. On the one you have in your other hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful. You're very colorful. Oh, I remember. I think, did you have this before?
I may have, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Halloween enchantment. The Mystique of the Sea. Did you do that cover too?
That I found online. Isn't that a great cover? I love that picture.
I like what it says.
Yeah.
Poems, stories, and intriguing facts. The Mystique of the Sea. Carol, how can they get a hold of your books?
Well, they can come to West Brookfield and pick them up in the cottage, or they can get them on Amazon.
Yeah?
They're all on Amazon.
They're all... Do you have a particular site, Carol, that they can get to you in?
Unfortunately, if they go into Amazon and they click on, they type in Carol Mays, my stuff may or may not come up. So it helps if they know the title of the book and put the title in and my name to find them on Amazon.
So if I typed in Carol Mays poetry, it might get to you?
It might. If you know the name of the book, you're all set.
Are you going to leave 1, 2, or 3 down in our library as for the dedicated authors section?
I can see whatever I've already left them.
Okay, yeah, but you could pull from the Upton Town Library and pick up what's there, borrow it. It's a great way to start looking at her work. So if you need the title, if you're going online, a collection of uplifting poems, magical, mystical poems, poems of nature, enchantment, and mystery, Halloween enchantment. All right. And then the Mystique of the Sea. All right.
That should be enough.
Sure, that should be enough. You can get in contact. If you want some of her books and you can't find it online, get in touch with me at jjl3000@verizon.net, and I'll refer you over to Carol so you can enjoy her wonderful books.
And I should say, even though I'm listed as the main person on the book, these are usually a compilation of my own work with works in the public domain. So, they're not only seeing my work when they read a book, but they're also seeing poems by Edgar Allan Poe, or what's that, Arthur Conan Doyle, or famous authors are also mixed in with my own poems, and some of them I've done as collaborative works with other local poets. So,
do you belong to a poet group or writing group?
Not anymore. I did. I had started one actually, and some of them are done in conjunction with those poets.
Yeah, you know what? I could say you'd be great at leading our writers group, a poetry book group.
Thank you.
Definitely. Have you talked with your local library?
I don't think I'm into doing that anymore.
No. Okay.
I did it for about 4 years, I guess.
Yeah. Well, that must have been fun.
Yeah.
All right. Now look, here we go with Poems of Enchantment by Carol Mays. You can also get it in DVD. Would you like to escape from the drudgery of daily routines for a while? Wouldn't we all? That'd be great. This unique DVD will transport you to an extraordinarily beautiful and relaxing world through a multitude of visual, musical, and auditory images. And she's got 19 enchanting, wonderful poems. I love the covers. They always remind me of like the little gnome old elves or something that live in the woods.
Right.
Very fanciful. Right. If you're interested in the fanciful, this is it. I mean, it cheers you up. It makes you very happy when you look at her things. So that's the DVD. Is that the same thing online, Amazon?
That's also on YouTube. And I think it's available on Amazon as well, but all those videos are also available on YouTube. If they go into YouTube and then do a search for Idyllic Productions, all my videos come up. IDYLLIC Productions. They'll see those 19 poems plus another one. Plus a little video about my Gypsy Cottage.
About your what?
About my Gypsy Cottage.
Oh my, okay, now, these drawings are, at first I thought you had sketched them, but no, this is materials.
Right.
Look at this. Now look at it looks like a little gnome house, am I wrong? Or is that, how, look at this.
That's supposed to be a little Halloween house, yeah.
So you use a variety of collage materials.
Right, it's collage, they're all collages, yeah.
Look at that. You've got the little bird. Man, you've got patience, let me tell you.
Yeah,
Mine is more, who's the, that painter? The one who used to throw the paint. Who is that?
I
Can't
don't
think
remember.
of his name. Jackson Pollock. I love that. I mean, this takes a lot.
It's very
skill.
time consuming. It is, but I love it. It's so much fun.
Look at this one now. This is another little house with a half a moon or a quarter moon. Yeah, and the birds, and with the musical notes on the bottom. Can they buy this online too?
No, these are only available in my Gypsy Cottage. That's why I'm doing them, to put them in the cottage.
Okay, her Gypsy Cottage again is located in West Brookfield, okay? And it's about, what, an hour and a half drive for you?
About an hour and 15 minutes from here.
From Upton over there.
Yeah.
Again, let me show you the picture of this. This is Carol Mays, we're talking with her. She's a poet, writer. She does everything. She's absolutely very talented. And she has the Gypsy Cottage. Everything in it is free. Okay. You're into the fanciful artworks and crafts. This is your place. Gypsy Cottage, free enchanted items over in West Brookfield. And you bought it for $7,000. It was, what color was it when you bought it?
I think I bought it for $2,000 or $3,000, but by the time I did, I had the stone wall put in, and by the time I did everything, it ended up costing me $5,000 or $6,000.
Oh,
what did you just ask? I forgot. I didn't hear what you just asked me.
No, what color was it originally?
Oh, it was green. It was the same color as the roof.
Oh, but the roof looks blue.
It's actually green.
It was green.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to rehab that?
It took a long time because I had to put so many coats of that yellow paint on there. It took me over a month to paint the thing.
Let me see now. Have you been on? Gary will be with us after Carol's interview with your hubby, Gary Blanchard, on his show. Have you talked about your talents on his show?
I don't think so.
You talk with Gary after Carol.
Oh, you mean? Yes, I have actually. Yeah.
Has he's interviewed you?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's the way to do it. All right, now We've got these. Carol, you have a bunch of stuff to hold up. Go ahead. Go for it.
Well, these are more of these. We call them tattered houses. This actually, I did this as a result of a class that I watched online. By I think her name is Jennifer Chambers, is the one who taught it, and she makes a big point of helping people be less precise in their artwork.
Yeah.
And she keeps saying, "I hope you're not trying too hard to do it perfectly."
Yeah.
And her whole shtick is trying to get people to do it imperfectly, like drawing with their left hand instead of their right hand.
Yeah, I've heard
But
that's good for you.
It creates really interesting artwork that
Do you
way.
see that?
So that's another little Halloween house.
The crow. There's a crow in that one.
Yeah, there's a crow and there's two of the ravens, I guess.
Doesn't Gary have a song about the things the crow taught me? Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
I love that.
This is specialty paper here, and this actually was part of a dress that I found in a catalog. This roof was made out of a dress, and this is that same moon dye that I use on the rocks.
You've got
I
a
don't know if you
good
can see.
handle on little houses.
I love it. It's so much fun. And there are two little cats here with this fanciful plant.
There's
And
a cat. Oh, plants. Okay, I see the plant. Is that the moon up there?
That's the moon here. And again, that's musical notes at the bottom.
With the kitty cat. You have kitty cats at home?
Two little kitty cats. Yeah, we have one brown and black cat. And here's one with the stars. And these little houses come out looking like mushrooms.
You know, it's getting almost Christmas time. Boy, would people love to. How do they get these two? Just go online? Or no, you have to order through you, right?
You have to get them at the cottage.
Oh, okay, and
So
they're free.
Yeah, they're free.
All the work you put, oh my God, you are very generous.
Well, you know, like I said, the little sign that I put in the cottage, it says, welcome, I think it says, welcome, greetings fellow travelers, welcome to my little oasis. I'm calling these items enchanted because they're made with love and spirit will save the world. So that's my whole purpose, is to try to uplift the community. And I'm actually hoping by showing people what I'm doing, that somebody else will put one up. You know, that other people will put up these quote-unquote gypsy cottages, because it would be so much fun to be able to drive around and see one of these things and go in and you see what people have made, you know?
And make sure it's not a porta potty. I don't think Carol wants you to do that.
It's going to get a rehab in the spring.
Oh, there's the door. Okay, I was looking at this. I thought for a second that was the door. All right, I'm a little slow. It's this one.
Right.
With the little handle, Jan. I thought you had to kind of squish in between. No. Duh, okay. So, do you have an age group, or all people coming in to steal?
It's for all ages.
Do they sign in to say hello? Or?
I had a nice little book in there where people would make little comments, and it was wonderful to go in and read what people had written. But then I had to take it down with COVID, you know. Not that it affected us, but...
Did you have to close the cottage during COVID?
No, I didn't close it. I put up a little sign that said, please wear a mask in the cottage, and I put a little bottle of disinfectant in there. But yeah, so I took the book away then.
It almost reminds me of a little tiny train station.
It does. That's better than a porta potty. I like that.
Yes. It's a bunch of, you know, like Thomas the Tank cartoon on TV for the kids. It looks like we're working at a little train station.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
This is real, folks. This is real, and her beautiful creations are free. Again, Carol, how can they reach you, and how would they find the Gypsy Cottage?
Again, if they're going from West Brookfield to Ware on Route 9, you'll see the Salem Cross Inn, which is that historic restaurant there. You keep going down, and then very quickly, like within a third of a mile, you'll see Douglas Road on your left. You take Douglas Road, you go down about a quarter mile, and you'll see this Gypsy Cottage on your right. It's right across from a lake.
Can they, I don't use GPS, but can they put it in a GPS and just find it that way?
I guess they could search for it by Douglas Road, yeah.
Okay. All right, well, that's good. Then they can find it very well. And then you have this cute thing. It says, if you like, leave a note for me or other travelers. And you sign it to Gypsy. That's a great idea. Do they leave you notes?
Yeah, I get a lot of nice little notes, yeah, saying how it just like what I'm hoping to do, like how it uplifts the community,
Sure.
you know.
I wonder how many people you get per week to stop by.
I was getting about 2 or 3 a week before COVID hit, and then it was a while before anybody came. Now I'm getting maybe 2 or 3 a month, so it's not that many.
They'll
that
pick
come.
up.
But
You
I
should.
think if I advertised it more, people would
Definitely.
come.
These
you know?
beautiful creations are, I'm still stunned, free. Absolutely free. Again, let's take a look at these. Oh my God. All right, now, this one says, imagine. You know, if you got a desk at home, this type of thing, what a nice thing to have right there to look at, like a paperweight, that type of thing. You do all the decorations, all of it.
Yep.
It's intricate. I got the moon. What did I not see? Oh, I saw a baby moon. The baby moon one. It's like, here's the mama or daddy. Here's a baby. You have them both on your desk. It could be a kid with your desk at home or his desk at home. And
Yep.
actually, you could have a whole collection of these beautiful rocks in your living room as a conversation piece. My God, there's so many ways you could do. I still think this would be greatly cheerful, very much so at like Dana-Farber or any of the other local facilities, nursing homes. Bring them in, bring your basket and say, here, find what you like.
Someone, I think it was in the Southwest, contacted me online and asked me to send them some rocks for their local cancer treatment center to give to the patients as they were getting their treatments.
Yeah.
To give them a rock. I sent them several of the rocks.
Right
yeah.
up the street. What,
Right.
5-8 minutes up the road is Dana-Farber.
Right.
Oh, I mean, I know that if I was in there and I saw these, I'm like, oh, I know which one I would make mine. How do you choose? Do you have a lot at home, in your home with Gary? Do you have that of your own
I have a lot at the studio. We have a little art studio.
at home?
And I have a lot there, yeah.
Where do you write
Yeah.
your poems, Carol? In your Gypsy cottage?
No, I usually in my bedroom. Yeah.
You're like me, yeah. You come to ideas in the bedroom and then you just write them down.
Right.
How about in the
Right.
car? You're driving. Do you have like a little pad of paper beside you? Sometimes things come to me then.
No, I used to, but not anymore.
Not so much.
Yeah.
Read us at least a couple of your poems. Which book do you want to read out of? Pick one.
Is it too late to do the Halloween one?
No, you can do it once out here. Okay, yeah, wait a minute,
See.
Jan. Where's the hell? Here it is. I got it. Here's the. There you go.
Oh.
Thank you, Gary. He's not invisible. He is here. Read us, at least one. We've got about 5 or 6 minutes left. Go for it. Sure.
Well, this for a long time I loved Halloween.
Yeah.
Now I'm backing away a little bit, but I just adored it. So I wrote all kinds of poems about Halloween.
Yeah.
So this is one of them, Trick or Treating. The sweet sour scent of waning hay drifts to town from nearby fields, pleasing all walkers with an edgy peace. While autumn gusts enliven shadows, the wavering moon turns sheets to ghosts, and disguises reveal diverse fancies. The mind evokes bewitching specters, cavorting like bats on their nightly hunts, quickening the pace of parent and child. Spooky music beckons from porches, conjuring up faux frights and terrors as diffuse mysteries tug at innocence.
That's really good. You loved Halloween too?
Yeah,
How old were you when you stopped going out?
just like other kids, about 9, 10 maybe.
Oh, you were a lot sooner. I think my best friend and I went out at 13, dressed as go-go dancers.
Oh, yeah?
My mother used to wrap my father in toilet paper, so he looked like a mummy.
Yeah.
And we had a huge ranch on a hill and a long driveway, so as the kids were coming up, Dad's going down, scared the heck out of a lot of. And then he'd have a tape of his moaning in the background when they came to the door. One little girl tripped and fell. She was like, "Oh my God!" And somebody said, "Oh, that's just Mr. Lewis." Were your parents into it? Did you have a parent who was into Halloween? Is that
Yeah. In fact, my mom used to take us around the neighborhood, and if people didn't come out to help to attend to the trick-or-treaters,
Yeah.
she'd let us make little chalk marks around on the windows. That was a big deal.
You could use
for-
chalk
for
on
us
people's windows.
kids. She said, "Here, go take this chalk and go mark up their windowsills."
In a bad way or in a happy way? A pumpkin or like?
to just to do graffiti on their house, But I mean, it was just little marks that came off for the next rainstorm, But we thought, oh, we were really getting away with something when we were kids.
So, okay, toilet paper wasn't in where you live. Toilet paper, if you came to go to school the next morning or something, and you said, they got toilet paper. Read us one more poem. We got about 4 minutes left. Go for
Oh,
it.
okay. Let's see. What I had the
one's that?
marks in the books.
Yeah, there you go. Pick one you like. There you go. Oh, I see.
What have I got here? Well, this one's also seasonal, but it's a little late now. The wheel in September. I've startled a frog who leaps and flashes. He and a grasshopper zigzag away. The lawn whispers mildly in tune with the sun, yet something's amiss. The air is unsettled. Squirrels and I stash away seeds, salvaged from spent, rain-ravaged beds. Bees are now torpid and cling to the mums. Bedraggled zinnias give up the ghost. What becomes of the grim reaper's harvest of creatures who cannot withstand the strain? The mystery hides in an infinite point, the one in the center of the great hub, the crux of a myriad transformations.
There you go. We've been talking with Carol Mays. She's from West Brookfield. And if you get a chance, go down there to the Gypsy's Cottage. And it's enchanted, free, beautiful items. I've been showing you quite a few of them. Go down there and just enjoy it. It's like going into another world I can imagine. Are there chairs in there, or what? How do you?
There's one chair with a little cushion on it.
Carol, thank you for being with us.
Thanks for
This
having
is really
me.
great. Every time I see you, you've got a little bit more coming, and this is my gosh, you've done an awful lot from the DVDs that she makes to her beautiful pictures that you've seen. A lot of these things are free in the Gypsy Cottage. Do you have books there too for people?
Yep.
Copies.
Yep.
Copies of her poetry. She's a gem. I've never met anyone like that. That's really cool. Thank you for being with us.
Thank for having me.
We'll see you next time. If you're with
Okay.
us.
Riding on a shooting star, heading out toward a dream. Tomorrow's even closer than it seems. Moving through the cloudless sky, heading out toward the moon. I am dancing to the lunar tune.